you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay. Do you have one that you want to start with, or do you want me to start?
No, you go ahead and start, and then because I don't have them in front of me. I mean, I know the one that I'm going to address, but go ahead if you want to get started.
Okay. All right. So we had, Monica and I were on a group message thread last night about Instagram. And the question was, how do you use Instagram to grow your business? And so actually I am going to link a YouTube video that I made about Instagram here because that's a little bit longer. So I'll pull it up while Monica's talking about the next question. But I did want to go over a couple things that I think are helpful with regard to Instagram. So some of the questions were specifically, what can you post on Instagram? What can't you post? How should you use it? That kind of thing. So first of all, on Instagram and on Facebook or any social media, you can't post explicit deals. So you couldn't say, for example, $10 off a pair of leggings today, but you could direct people to your VIP page, which is a private page or a closed group, or a closed or private account on Instagram. That would work too. Something where it's exclusive and it's private and not everybody can see. You can send people to those places because it just makes sense. Like if I am putting out into the world, I'm giving everybody a free pair of leggings today if you order a bra, then all of your customers would want to order from me. So it's just not fair. So it just keeps the playing field fair. Now there are a few things around that. In your VIP group or your closed group, however that looks, you can do whatever you want. So that's fine. So oftentimes I'll do something like, I'm doing a good deal today, or I have a discount or something like that over in my VIP group, because then you get more people to join your VIP group anyway. And quite frankly, we should be promoting that space probably once a week in some form or another to remind people that they should be in this private space that's exclusive. The other thing you can do, and this might not always be the case, but it is right now, you can promote free shipping publicly. So, I wouldn't do it every day or anything because it kind of loses its appeal. But, I know Monica offers free shipping on the new releases. So every Wednesday you'll see that in her stories. I think stories are a really great place to promote free shipping and that kind of thing. But you're welcome to put that in your post. I just want to caution you guys though about the mindset behind this kind of thing. Deals don't make you a super successful rep. Deals might get some of the people on the edge that have kind of been thinking about it, but if they weren't interested in Zaya, free shipping isn't going to be like the game changer. You know what I mean? So I always think deals are just important to offer once in a while as a brand awareness tool. Just another trigger in their mind, when they, oh yeah, I had been meaning to message her about leggings. Oh yeah, I had, whatever it is. So that's my, the deal with deals, and your social media. So just like Instagram, these questions were specifically about Instagram, but just like I think Facebook should be used, you should brand yourself on Facebook and not just Zaya, because you're not just Zaya. The same goes with Instagram. I think it should be a tool for you to grow your brand, and Zaya is part of that. So I think the accounts that do the best are those that weave in other aspects of life rather than just Zaya. Now, you will see some of the girls that have been with the company since the beginning have huge Zaya accounts, but remember, they started those accounts when Zaya was brand new. So for them to have an account that has, Zaya in the name and only have stock photos and that kind of thing, it was kind of new and different. Now that's really not the case. So I would encourage you to weave Zaya into your brand, just like we talk about with Facebook. So I'm going to upload 2 videos in the chat. I'm going to upload one on Instagram. I'm going to try to find one on social media branding because those go together. And then I have one more thing to say, and it's stories. So stories are where people are converting to sales and reps right now. It's your stories. That's where people get to know you. I'm looking at you and I see so many of you that got to know me through my stories, and that's how you became reps. So the posts are fine. The posts need to be regular for your affinity for Instagram and Facebook to realize you're not just disappearing or, whatever. But your stories are where people get to know the real you. And when they know the real you and they connect with you, that's when they join your team or become your customer. So if you're not using stories frequently, it's really, really effective tool. And, it allow yourself some grace to practice your stories. You're going to develop like a flavor and a flair, how you like to do them. So for example, I have a friend who does stories. She's not a Zaya rep, but hers are very like perfect. Every story has a song and words and a description and all the things. Mine are like boom, up. Like they're so lazy because I just am doing it, as quick as I can. I usually put a quick filter on it, but that's it. So just take your time getting to know the stories, but I would recommend doing, I don't know, at least a couple a day. Okay, I'm going to mute everybody again because there's feedback. Okay, so I'm going to, Monica, mute myself and look for these videos while you go over the next question. I hope that's helpful. If you guys have more questions about Instagram or social media branding, maybe type the specific question in there, but I hope these videos are helpful too.
All right, so we had another question about how do you talk to potential reps? And Katie and I had done a recruiting video on the team page a little while ago, and I was talking about the 5 P's for presenting the business. So the 5 P's are partnership, product, program, pay plan, and positioning and timing. So as far as partnership goes, I always talk to them about how awesome our corporate team is and how much I trust them and how much they listen to us. I think if you can just ooh and ah over the company itself and how great it is to be part of it, I think that's a huge point to drill into somebody that's wanting to know more about the business. The second one, sorry, I lost my Face ID here isn't working. Obviously, our products. You can talk about our Light and Tights and how they suck you in and hold you in, and how they're our most popular pan, and how everybody loves them who orders them, and just brag on the products. If they're familiar with Lulu or a higher brand of activewear, talk about how it compares, talk about the pricing, and you could always, if they're, you could share pictures of pricing and those, like our little Zaya versus Lulu and all of those, just talk about how much you love them and why you love the product itself. The program, share the support as far as we think of programs as what our team does for everybody as far as like Trello and team calls and like what we're doing right now. Just talk about how supportive the community is and what we offer our new reps to get them started and make them feel like you will help them right from the start, and they won't have to worry. They won't be thinking, what do I do next? There'll be a plan for them. There'll be something they can follow. And just, like I said, Trello is like going to be their best friend, and it'll walk them through exactly what they need to know. The pay plan, you don't need to know every in and out of the pay plan, but you just need to have a general understanding of the pay plan, and kind of talk about how they will make money and how building their team will, earn them those residual income. But you don't need to know what they need to do for a junior rep or what they need to be an executive or anything like that. Just give them the general gist of how they rank advance and what they need to do to get that residual income and build their team. And then the last is positioning and timing. Talk about where we are in this company and how we are still in the infancy of it, and how fast it's growing and how every single month we exceed our last month. I was shocked when Zach did the little video talking about how we had our best month ever in July. I mean, I felt like I was on the struggle bus. So to hear him say that, I was like, wow, like, I mean, and obviously on our team, we had people that killed it in July. So I know people were doing it, but it's just like, I thought for sure, okay, this month we're not going to grow. Like this month is going to be stagnant. When he got on, he said, we are just, we're continuing to grow. It was our best month ever. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, so even when it feels like we're having a horrible month, Zaya is still growing. We're still doing awesome. So just really stress that point to people. It's like, we're still in that, we're not even, or I guess we're starting to get into that exponential growth period, but we still have, years to go before we're out of that. So, now just stress how important it is to get in now, why the business is so small. And we still, I think right now we have maybe 11,000 reps, but or 12 maybe getting close, but how many of those people are actually working the business? Not, I'm sure we're probably still under 10,000 people that are actually working the business. So the potential is still great. And there's still so many people out there that haven't even heard of Zaya. So I just, drill that point home. I love it when I talk to somebody and, I ask them and they're like, no, I've never heard of it, which that's exciting. So it's also exciting when people say, oh yeah, my neighbor sells it or whatever. That's also exciting. But there's still so many people out there that don't know about this company. So we're sitting pretty still. So always stress that to your potential reps, how exciting it is that we're still small and we're just growing like crazy. So let me know if you have any other questions about that.
Okay.
Katie, do you have anything to add?
No, I think that's great. I was going to go to the best ways to recruit. That's a big question, but I do think I'll break it down. I think there are two types of people that I'm recruiting. One, people who have already fallen in love with the product, or two, people that should be in love with the product and just haven't found it yet. So here's how I approach those two types. If they love it, it's as simple as, I so appreciate your orders, but did you know you could be saving 25% on all of these orders, and you could actually make money from sharing this with friends and family too? That it's as easy as that. So it's, and don't be afraid. I had a talk with somebody about this today on this team. Don't be afraid of losing the commission from that customer as a rep. It will pay you back in dividends over being a customer. If you can get somebody in the business who is passionate about it, who even if they only have a little bit in sales, but they're consistent, you guys, I promise you, you never know who's going to be the next biggest rep, or who they're going to sign that's the next biggest rep. You just don't know. So always try to convert your customers to reps. As long as I don't push people who only want the discount. If they only want the discount, that's fine. But if you think that they could be good at selling it, if they talk it up to their friends and family, they're already selling it. So that one is an easy sell, I think. Then the second type of person is someone who hasn't tried it, but you think would love it and be good at selling it. So those messages for me, I'll pull up one that I just sent. Those messages for me are a little bit different depending on my budget for the month, how well I know this person, how interested they seem, that kind of thing. So here is, let me tell you this, and then it'll make more sense. This was a long message. So it was, hey, Katie, if you're looking for her name's Katie. Hey, Katie, if you're looking for a new sports bra, tank, leggings, or shorts, I'd love to offer you my discount to give them a try. I think you would love Zaya. That's it. So I didn't say anything about, I really think you should sell it, because I'm not there yet. I want her to get in it and love it. And then we can talk about the business opportunity. And then it's just an easy conversation. And that, like she she bought some. She bought a whole outfit, and it's at my discount, so I feel like it's a wash. I am paying shipping too, but I know she's gonna love it. I know she's gonna love it, but she's gonna say it's expensive. So the discount is gonna make a lot of sense for her. She's super active, et cetera, et cetera. So I do that message, but I tweak it depending on who I'm talking to. So sometimes I'll say, hey, Charmaine, I'm offering $10 off all week to new customers if you want to give Zaya a try. Just so simple. Or I'll say, hey, Sarah, I'd love to, oh, my phone just thought I said, hey, Siri. Hey, Sarah, I'm offering, or I have an extra pair of leggings, or let's see, not an extra pair. I'd love to send you a free pair of leggings if you would try them on, give me your honest review, and maybe post about them if you love them. And I do that once in a while too. So those are kind of the three varieties. I do my discount, $10 off, or a free pair of leggings. And it works. It doesn't work every time, of course. It's an investment in your business, but I would say I have an 80% return rate. Either they become a customer, they promote it and I get a customer from that, or they become a rep themselves. So it's just a really simple way to do cold calling. I would definitely do that 9 times out of 10 over sending a message that is, hey, I love your account. Have you ever thought about selling Zaya? I just don't, that has never worked for me. So if you offer them something though, even if it's just $10 off or free shipping, I think it's a lot more appealing to respond to. You could at least get them going in a conversation. Okay, any questions on those 3 things we've covered so far? Social media, talking to a new rep, recruiting. Okay, any questions otherwise? How to bring back customers? You want to do that one?
I don't know. I mean, I try to get all my customers in my VIP group. And not all of them go there, but then if they're not in there, I try to send out I try every week to send out the new releases, through email to my customers so they can, obviously see what's going on. But I'm kind of surprised by that, honestly, because a lot of my customers just, I don't know, they come back. I don't know. I'm really kind of surprised by that, Julie. I don't know. Like I said, in my VIP group, when I'm posting every week, the new releases, and then I, get on and do reviews, and, I run sales in my VIP group. I do the mystery hostess in my VIP group. So, I mean, obviously I have people that have only bought once and haven't bought again, but the majority of my people in that group, I mean, that's where most of my sales come from, is those repeat customers. So I guess make sure you're reaching out to them once they get their orders, and check on them. And, if you see something that you think they might like, send them a message saying, hey, we got the bomber brown, another color. I know that's one of your favorites, or I know you ordered that before. Or the light and tights, if they're a different color or something that comes out. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised by that. Katie, do you have anything to add to that or help with that?
Oh,
I see people.
How do you get them to actually purchase? I don't hang on to people who aren't. I just move on, Maybe that's it. Maybe what you need, Julie, is just new blood. So you're not dragging people with you or beating a dead horse. You just need to constantly be adding to that VIP group. That's why I know this, a lot of you are not going to agree with this, and that is totally okay. But I don't keep a running list of follow-ups for people who want to buy Zaya, because there's so many people that want to buy Zaya. I don't need to be messaging people that said they wanted Zaya in May, because there's plenty more, So I would just make it your goal, Julie, to add new people to that. Make sure you're profile, not your VIP group, but your regular profile is public, I think a lot of people have it set to private, and then you can't, if a friend likes your post, nobody else will see it. So public profile is really important if you're going to grow a business online. I mean, if they've reached out to you and you followed up, I don't really know what else you can do, you know? Yeah. I'm sorry, that maybe isn't the most helpful answer.
If you've offered them the gift card, I mean, and free shipping, if they reached out to you, there's nothing else you can do. I think that's a pretty sweet offer, especially if they were the ones that reached out. So, I mean, you offer it and then, you know, maybe check back in a week and be like, hey, were you interested in, purchasing something? If you don't hear back or they don't respond or whatever, then just move on. And that's not not the best answer, but let's see. Krista, your VIP.
I had a question in my phone and now I can't find it, if you're on it, you're welcome to speak up, but it was about a person who was going to talk to a potential rep and wanted to know how to get to know that person. So Monica, you covered how to kind of convince them, but this question was about like, what questions do you ask them? And so I just wanted to cover that really quickly. So if you get a phone call with somebody that you don't know very well and you're talking about the business, it can be awkward at first because you're complete strangers in a lot of cases. So it's like, hey, I know you from Instagram, you know? So I usually start with, where are you from? And then I tell them where I'm from. And then I say, what do you do for a living? Do you have any kids? You know, usually among those three questions, you can get some sort of something where you've got a little bit of a vibe going on. And then you can go into what Monica talked about. And another one is, what made you interested in Zaya? Because then you learn a lot about them through that question. So I hope that was helpful. I forget who asked it and I can't find it in my phone.
Yeah, I think that's a definite one, like after you get through the small talk and then when you're ready to start the conversation about Zaya, that is a good lead off question. Like, what sparked your interest in Zaya to begin with? Or, you know, and then they'll,
yes.
Go
on.
It
was Julie. Sorry, Julie. Yeah, it was buried. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? It's 8:23, so we did pretty good.
There's got to be more questions.
I thought I had 4.
Nobody has anything else that's on?
Let me check the Facebook page really quick.
Krista was saying her VIP is gone ghost. Most of them never purchased. Plan, check. Yeah, I mean, you keep showing up in that group, Krista, and you keep, posting the new releases. And if you get them, you get on there and do reviews, as uncomfortable as it may be. Just, the more they see it on you, the more likely they are, to buy. And like I said, I do the free shipping on new releases. I do that in my VIP group every week too. So, if you're doing all of that, again, like Katie said, they might not be the right people. But yeah, I don't really have any other suggestions other than just keep showing up.
Keep getting new blood in there. That's where you can talk, at the beginning of this call where we talked about posting deals, that's where, you post a really hot picture, a Zaya picture, and be like, do you want this outfit? I'll show you how to get it in my VIP group. And then put the link in the comments, like something that'll really spark their interest. When I first started, I don't even think I had my kit yet. And what I did, we had a pair of leggings that we don't have anymore. They were like half pink, half white. I posted that pair of leggings. So it was a stock photo. And I said, anybody, now this is before I knew I couldn't do it, okay? But I won't, just am making a point. Anybody who books a party with me in October gets a free pair of these leggings. Okay, so you can't do that exactly now. You could do it in your VIP group, but you can't exactly do that. But because that picture was so gorgeous, people were all over that post. It's the right kind of picture, and the right timing. So you guys should be posting your best material like right now, like between 7 and 8:30 p.m. This is a hot time. So if you need to get off and go post, that's okay. Think about when you are scrolling, that's a hot time to post. Sunday evenings, if you need a boost on a post, tag somebody in it, tag one of us, because then our people will see it. I mean, you got to play the game a little bit, but sometimes it just takes that little momentum to get a couple new people in your VIP group and a couple new people who are talkative. It just changes everything.
And also having reps in there too, just like in my VIP group tonight when I did those reviews, I have several reps in my VIP group that were commenting on, the outfit that I was wearing and all of the stuff. Well, anytime that they comment, obviously it just boosts the infinity and then more people can see it. So having some, reps in your group that can, comment and, post in there too is helpful. Julie was asking about a newsletter suggestion. Well, Zaya, I don't know, Zaya has just made like a monthly newsletter for us to send to our customers if you would like to use that or kind of use that as a template. And then as far as sending out my weekly newsletters that I do to my reps, or not to my reps, to my customers with the new releases, I do that through Wix Shoutout, and it takes a little bit to get used to, but once you get going, it's fine. And now that we have that marketing group, it's been amazing because they do all the collages for you and they put the names and they put the prices. So I just copy and paste those pictures from the marketing group into Wix Shoutout and I send it out that way. So, but yeah, definitely use that one that Zaya has made for us to send to our customers, monthly, or make your own and just kind of use theirs as a little template. But
it's like a website, Julie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a website. There is an app, but the app is not, I don't think it's very easy to use from your phone. So I definitely would suggest if you're going to try it out, do it from your computer. It's Wix Shoutout.
The only trouble with Wix is that you have to upload your contacts each time. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like, because we have new customers every week, you would have to upload the new list every week. And so I'm lazy, so I just do it right from my back office. It's not nearly as pretty though.
But like Katie and I started doing with you guys, Katie has been making it in Wix, and then we've been posting the link into our back office so I can just send it to all of you guys. So that's also, like Katie and I were talking about, having to upload the new customers every week is kind of a pain in the butt. So, I might make it in Wix and then just send the link through the Zaya website, which people can click on.
That's kind of cool because Wix tracks how many people click it. So then you can really see who's opening it. That's a neat idea. I'm just curious. I'll be curious if what the spam rate is when you put a link in a Zaya, that link.
Yeah. We'll see.
I had a thought of something. Oh, there it is. Laura Martin. As a new rep, how do you address the sizing differences? I found I can wear small and the way too large tops. Do you have a lot of customer dissatisfaction with that? I honestly have very little customer dissatisfaction, and I think it's because I'm like, I don't focus on the things that are wrong with our sizing and our, I just think we're so great. I really feel like that helps with my customer satisfaction rate. I don't know.
And also, Laura, as you get more familiar with the clothes, when you're helping your customers, you're going to be able to be like, hey, that cover charge runs a little bit big and these pants are sublimated, so you're going to want to size up. So like Katie, I have very little customer dissatisfaction because I've been around for so long with the with the sizing and I have so many of the items that it's I'm pretty comfortable with how things fit and stuff. So if you're ever like, you could always message me, or now we have the sizing Zaya, sizing group or whatever. I can't remember what it's called right offhand, but that's been pretty helpful too. So always, before your customer orders, if you're unsure about sizing, definitely reach out and see if you can get some help just to help with that. whole thing. Because yeah, I know it's frustrating sometimes because I mean, even for us, we're like, why is that size, that's the same exact shirt and why is it different? But, and again, if there's shirts like that I know people have complained about in the past, I just try to be like, if my customer's like, I want this shirt, I'll be like, well, actually, this one is my favorite, or I actually prefer this one over that one, just to try to, keep things, positive and keep them happy. So.
When Julie was saying that she has trouble with repeat customers and you don't have that, I was thinking that it might be because you're really good, Monica, at being able to point them in what would be best for them and their sizing and stuff. And I do think that that is not my skill set. I'm really not interested in those kinds of details usually. Like, just go order it. I don't know. What do you like? But I do think that customer care that Monica has in those details, it does help people get what they want. So there's a learning curve there, I think.
Sure, definitely.
But you know what's funny? The other day, my husband he had put on a hat, and it's a Travis Matthews hat, and he's like, "Look, I've got this Travis Matthews hat and this Travis Matthews hat. And they're the same exact hat. They're just different colors, and they fit totally different." And so it was a good reminder. I think when we get in this industry, we tend to think like, I don't know, when things aren't perfect, like, oh, it's so frustrating. But that's just retail, I think. So, I feel like Zaya actually in the last few months has really gotten a lot better at some of those things. So anyway, just a little reminder that all brands have their little idiosyncrasies, I think.
Mm-hmm. And make sure you're following, the Zaya family and Zaya Active on Instagram, because every week they do a review of the new products and talk about fits. And so just kind of pay attention to, well, it's usually Brenda that's doing it, what size she is. And if she's saying I'm sizing up or I'm sizing down, or, just kind of pay attention to that. I know it's not always fun to like think about those details, but they do pay off when you're talking to your customers and if they want to buy, or, I try to get all the new releases, and I know living in Illinois, if I ordered like right away, I can get them sometimes Friday, sometimes Saturday, but I ordered late on Wednesday and actually didn't get them till today. So, but yeah, I try to get on too and do my best to kind of talk about how they fit and feel. So any other questions? One more question. Yes.
I have a video about that. I'll try to find it.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think it's in Trello, but.
Yeah, emailing your customers. I think you have one in there, but.
Yeah. I'll look it up if anybody else has other questions. Oh, go to Trello. Okay, you're going to go to Trello.
Yep. Yeah. Julie asked about if you can email all your customers at once from the back office. And all you do is, if you go to order history and there's the email up there in the top, and then you can just type it and it goes to all of them.
Another thing, Laura, and anybody who's newer, if you guys are looking to increase your inventory of personal items so that you have more experience with the products, the, what's it called? Retired and out of stock items page, it's tagged, it's in the announcements in our team page, but people are always offloading stuff at a discount. So it's a good way to build your inventory if you want some more items like that, because it does take a little time to build up some of that. Do you carry business cards? Who carries business cards? Anybody?
I carry them, but I very seldom get them out. I
like to say, what's your phone number? And I'll connect with you, because then it puts the ball in my court, But I think it's a good idea to have some if you do mailers. Like at Christmas time last year, I think I sent my best customers, I did some sort of thing where I sent them a postcard with a discount or something. I don't remember, but putting your business card on something like that is helpful. Or if you do an event, it's good to have some.
Yeah, obviously for events, but yeah, I don't really hand them out.
How do you connect with someone you meet in public?
Well, it's usually just like, oh, those leggings are cute. And then I'm like, oh, there's Zaya. Have you heard of Zaya before? And either yes or no. And then, if say, I'm like, if you're interested, I can, you can, I'll send you the link or whatever. And then I get their information. But that's usually when I'm connecting in public with, is when they say they like my leggings. I don't ever like go out to somebody and be like, I don't know. I think Katie, you've probably been like, oh, those leggings are cute. And what are those? I like wait for them to come to me. I don't approach anybody.
Kelly, I'm going to unmute you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. So what I have been doing recently is helping people like my Facebook page right in front of me. So if they say like, oh, that's a cute top, and then I go into that, I sell Zaya, and then they always have their phone in their hand. So I'll say, pull up my Facebook page, and I help them find it. And then I will make a note that, or like the last person who liked my page, I can now reach out to them.
So smart.
So I've been doing that lately.
I love it.
It has gotten me a party and like a couple of orders, but sometimes I reach out and then it's cricket. So
that's super assertive, and it pays off to be assertive for sure.
And I will say too, like, oh man, I don't have my business card. How about you like my Facebook page? Let me help you find it.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, I've done
that.
Pull out your phone and go. I love it. It's almost like it's like a digital business card. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody else? Any other questions? Oh, Taylor.
Wait.
Sorry, I did it. Sorry.
Tag. So I have a question about like what you guys do like post party. So I try to close it out, round it out, give them the link to my VIP group and stuff like that. I kind of feel though at the end of the parties, I'm kind of like, okay, peace, bye, and just leave a lot of people hanging. Some that might not have ever joined the group. I do follow-ups and send out personal message to everyone that's invited, just saying, hey, just a reminder, the party's closing. But in terms of like reaching those people, I mean, some people aren't going to be interested, but sometimes I just feel like I leave the group cold, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Just how do you guys kind of wrap out a party and leave it on a high note and leave people wanting to join the VIP group who maybe didn't, if that makes sense?
That's kind of what I do too. It's just when it's over, I just, I'm in there, I'm thanking them. I'm saying, let me know if you'd like to host your own party. And then I say, and if you would still like to, receive information on Zaya, here's my VIP group. I post the new releases every week. I offer, sales or deals. And then, I'll just say, I put the link in the comments. But didn't Lindy do like an email? Didn't she do something in like, yeah, I need to look at that.
She did like a coupon. Like if you join my VIP group, you get a $10 coupon or something like that.
Well, then I know she also put in some kind of script that she sends to the people after the party is over too. I think
I remember that
in our page.
I think it's a file. Yep.
Yeah. So look, I totally forgot about that till you just said that, but I need to look at that too, because I'm actually just wrapping up a party tonight, and I might see I can't remember what was in there. I think it was the people who didn't order. It was kind of like just, checking. Was it just a bad time? Was it, I don't remember what she all put in the little email, but that's also something you could do too. But I think that's kind of, would you do anything different, Katie, at the end?
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm good at that either. I'm like ready to be done at the end. So I think.
I think at that point they're kind of checked out too. They're like, okay, I've seen it. We're moving on. I just feel like my funnel is a little bit cold right now for parties. And I'm like, host a party. I will literally give you things.
I do think
one's fighting.
I guess I do. Anybody that commented or engaged, I friend request them so that they see me, and I just kind of hope that I get into their ecosystem.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Monica is in the file, so I'll double check that. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else?
Okay.
Okay. think that's,
You could always post them below here too after Katie puts the recording up if you have any last minute questions or anything.
so you guys, somebody asked me today about some upcoming events, and they were, the question was, why don't you post a monthly calendar? And the reason is we used to do that, but corporate's call is always different every single month. And so, and plus schedules, it's just hard to know exactly how the month's going to go. So we decided that it was easier to do a weekly calendar. That being said, I know that some of you like to know the upcoming like Discover Zaya new rep trainings, and there really are, like we do it every month, but it's not on a set week. So if you're interested, the Discover Zaya event in August is the 15th. We tried to do it before school started, and then the new rep training is the 29th. So if you have somebody that needs plugged into one of those before that, we have several recorded in Trello, but I wanted to make you aware of those. And then next Monday, a week from today, is our corporate call. So that'll be a good one. I mean, you never know what they're going to talk about on those calls. You never know.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being on.
Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.